Hi guys, Keith, Darkmarine Farms, and we just drove 1,300 miles to fill this van full of dirt. Let me show you why. So, what a difference. Good 100, well, 1,000, I don't know, quite a distance makes in the environment. It's plain cold here. It was nice, warm, and balmy yesterday. But here is what we drove all that way to get. The good stuff. The Morgan County Compost Seed Starter 101. This is why we drove so far. We do not have a distributor anywhere near us. The closest one is in Michigan, and like I said, we're in Kansas. So the closest one we have is right outside Oklahoma City. They do carry the super sacks, but since we're in the van, I just got the regular size bags. The price that they were charging is only about a $50 difference. And for the convenience, and I would have had to buy a bunch of trash cans because I would never got a super sack inside this thing. That's where it really matters. But I'm going to take you inside where it's a lot warmer and not frigidly cold and blowing, and kind of show you why I went through the effort of going and getting this kind of potting mix to do all my starts in this year. Okay, so here's the seed starter mix I went so far for. Got roughly a yard and a half of it, about half a pallet. There's 40 bags in there. It is, like I said earlier, Morgan County Seed Starter 101. Go inside where it's warmer and kind of show you what's so good about it. Okay, so here's the bags it comes in. This is a 1 cubic foot bag. Again, the only place I was able to find this anywhere near was down near Oklahoma City. Went to Voodoo Hydro Supplies, and they're located in El Reno. They also have a location down in Lawton, and this all comes from Morgan Composting. They're located in Michigan. The reason I'm buying it from them down there is that they are the closest supplier that I found. Okay, we actually got some analysis on it too. That's good. Okay, so this is the reason I drove so far to get this soil more than anything. This on the left is what we're currently using. It is a Fertilome Organic. It comes in a blue bag. You can see it's pretty coarse. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, for lack of a better word, like sticks in the peat moss. Ignore the color. This is just wetter because where we get it from here in town, they always seem to be soaking wet. This, on the other hand, is the stuff I just got. This is the Morgan County Seed Starter 101. As you can see just how much finer it is. I mean, it just, and then I know a little of that's because it's wet and dry, but still, this stuff, it just doesn't have this fine texture. Even like the vermiculite in it is larger. So the biggest reason you don't have really successful crops is that your starts are not as healthy as they should be. Now, with a quality potting mix like this, that should give us a major advantage. And the other major advantage is when you go to pull the start out of the cell, and this stuff with the 200 cell flats, they do not come out. We have to get a stick or something and poke it from the bottom and pop all these out. Everybody I've talked to that uses this stuff, because it's a finer mix, so they can just grab them and they pull them right out. The tops are nice and stocky. They have good, sturdy root bases on them. So I'm really happy about this. The one thing to note is that I talked with Sue from Morgan County Composting back when I originally got some samples sent out, and she said this stuff is extremely hydrophobic and will not soak up water after you put it in a cell. So you want to pre-moisten it ahead of time and just do that in a big tub. You do it in a tub like that, or I typically keep all of my potting mix in trash barrels. Easy to use, easy to move around, take all over the place. So now I'm over at the grow rack. I've got my leaf lettuces here, both planted at the exact same time. This one is in the Fertilome that I have been using, which they're coming along pretty good. Look at about height wise. Underneath the light so they don't get stretched too much. And this is the 101. Right now there's not really all that much of a difference in the way they look from the outside. You can't look this way at them. See, they're pretty short. These ones are a little bit taller. And I actually did notice that the Morgan 101, it actually, well, not germinated, but came out of the soil literally 2 days afterwards. And what I believe the reasoning for that is, we can look underneath here, we're just starting to see roots push out. The reasoning for that is, there we are, that this soil is so hard and thick, well, not hard, but thick, that when the seed pushes down out of the seed shell, it just hits bottom and it shoots itself straight up. Where this, on the other hand, like a seed does in a natural mix, now see, there's some all the way pushing out already. Much longer roots. I believe they're doing, instead of pushing down, it just goes up because it's hit the floor and it just goes up. This actually digs its way down, and until it hits the bottom, it's not going to shoot its top out. Because I also noticed with this pelletized seed, that the pellets were on the surface. Did not see a single one come up with this. I also did the same thing here on some kale. So this is our normal mix. Kale's a little bit more of a resilient plant, so I wouldn't expect to see too much difference. And here is Morgan County, which it appears this tray needs to get watered. It's kind of feeling light. But again, Morgan County, they come out of the surface about a day later. I mean, height-wise, not seeing a huge amount of difference. There may be a little, but it's nothing crazy. The main thing is you just get a sturdier transplant. You get sturdier root balls so you can just grab the plant and go and pull it out, where these ones we got to go through the bottom, I was telling you earlier, and push each one of those holes through to get the plant itself out. Now I'm going to be real excited about starting to use this new mix. Like I said, I've only heard good things about it, nothing bad whatsoever. I wish I could have got some super sacks delivered to me, but at the time frame I'm in the season right now, where I'm at and the time I have, I was lucky enough that I was already in Texas, from Kansas to Texas, Oklahoma's in between. So I was able to pick it up afterwards. So I didn't actually drive all the way there to pick it up, but I did drive all the way down and back to pick it up because it is worth it that much. If you saw my video last week, I was actually at the Mother Earth News Fair, did how to make YouTube videos for your farm or homestead, and DIY farm tools, which is basically what this channel is built on. If you've seen all my videos, then you wouldn't need to see the presentation because you would have already seen it all. So, but yeah, now just got to get cold weather out. We will be planting in the field here in, let's see, 1 to 2 weeks, I believe. Just judging by looking at my starts here, it might be a little bit longer. I've got one down here that's starting to look like it's coming in. Well, those are getting there. I mean, those are starting to pick up. That's the old mix again. But it does produce decent starts. I mean, if that's all you have available for you in your market, then go with it. It's very widely available. That's why I was using as a Fertilome blue bag. Like I said, now we're switching over to Morgan 101. So, hope for good things this season. And as always, Hope y'all like what you saw today. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good day.